Hello friends, welcome to UN Infotech channel. So in this session, I would like to explain while loop and do while loop. Okay, so for while loop, okay, while is the one like when condition is true. Okay, so condition is true, and the statement within the loop will be executed. Okay, if condition became the false, the statement within the loop it stop executing, and the control pass to the next statement. Okay, the following the loop. Actually, we will write the syntax like this: while we'll write your a condition or expression we can write inside of this one, and when condition became true only, then it will execute this loop here. So we will write here the statements, and we may write here the increment or decrement operator. Okay, now so for do while loop, when condition is false, at least it will execute one time here. So that is the difference between while and do while loop. Okay, so let me take here do while loop, and do will write the while here, and we'll write this expression so here itself. Okay, like we have this two available in JavaScript. Let me explain this one. So let me go to this Visual Studio, create new file. Now I can save the file with okay, so do and while loop dot html. So let me take here loops concepts, h1 do while loop. Okay, so let me take your style tag h1 background color dark green, color white, padding 20 pixels. Right click, open in default browser. Okay, so we created here so while loop and do while loop. Let me take your the syntax script tag. Okay, so let me take, so for this while loop, so while having the expressions. Okay, so let me take your let count equal to 0. Okay, and I may take your while loop while count less than or equal to 10 or less than 10. So I may print here console.log, or let me take here count plus plus. Okay, so I may print here console.log, okay, count value. Like you can use this one. Okay, so if this in given example for while loop, okay, and I may cut this one, I'll paste it inside of here also. Okay, so we may take like this. So here in given example, so we'll take the count equal to 0. Okay, so 0 less than 10. Okay, the condition is true, then while loop enter into the condition. Now it store the value 0. Next it will increment this 0. Okay, so now the count will become 1, and again it will check the condition here. The condition is 1. Okay, 1 less than, like let me print here console dot count statement. So if you want to execute this one, how the execution will be run in the JavaScript. Let me run this one. Right click, open, go to this inspect. Okay, and go to the console part. Now we'll get the values here. Okay, so if you want to see how this JavaScript going to execute this while loop in the sense, so go to this source here. Okay, and okay, and click on this do while loop. Okay, so we have one concept in JavaScript is called debugging. Okay, debugging the concept. So while debugging this concept, if you want to run this code here, so wherever if you want this so I need executing this is a breakpoint format, while loop. So I want to understand this while loop, how the JavaScript going to execute this one. So I'll set the breakpoints here. So it is in line 26, right? So I may take here the breakpoints. Now once we will create the breakpoint, so we may refresh this one. Okay, now the debugging will start here. Now look at this one. So initially this count value is 0 here. So when you when you click on this next step, okay, okay, here we have this. Okay, now the count became a 1 here. Okay, so first initially it will check the value, so count less than or equal to 10. Okay, so the value is true, then it will print the 0 value. Again it will increment the 1 value. Now the count value will be 1. If we click on this one, okay, the count equal to 1. Okay, now it will check in the conditions here. Okay, so condition is true, so then it will print this console.log statement. Again if we click on this one, again it will increment the value. Now the JavaScript is incrementing this count value. When again click on this step, now the count equal to 2, it will check in the conditions here. So they're checking the condition in the sense now the count value is 2, 2 is less than or equal to less than 10, its condition is true, then it will print this value count 2, then it will print this increment value. Like the debugging concepts will be work in JavaScript. Okay, so let me close this one, right click, go to this inspect. Now I'll getting the values 0 to 9 here. Okay, so like the while loop will be work, and similarly let me take one more example for this while loop. Okay, so here I may take here, let n equal to 0. So I'm assigning the two variables here, and let x equal to 0. Let x equal to 0 here. Now I'm taking this while loop. Okay, for while we take another example. So for this I'm taking two variables here, n and x, and now n less than or equal to 3. Okay, n less than 3 here, so I'm taking here. Now I'm incrementing this n value, n plus plus. Okay, now I'm assigning this n value to this x here, x. Okay, so I'm taking here additional assignment operator. I'm assigning n value for this. Now let me print this one console.log. So I'm printing the both values here, console.log n value, and the same thing I may print the x value also. Now we'll getting here. Okay, so n value became 3 here and x value became 6 here. I'll explain how it's going to happen. Okay, just reload this page. So we'll getting here 3 and 6 value. Okay, because of it's in the first step. Okay, so after the first pass, after first pass, okay, n became a 1 because we are incrementing the value here. N became a 1 and x equal to 1. Okay, now the same n will be stored in the x also. Okay, and next the second pass, n became a 2 if they increment this value, and x became a 2 plus 1. Already we have a x value is a 1, right? So x equal to, okay, 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1, it became a 3 here. Okay, so next pass n equal to 3. Okay, so we have an x value, so right, x equal to, okay, so already we have a 3 is the 3 plus 3. Okay, it became a 6 value. So like the JavaScript will be calculated here. So we'll get the values here 3 and 6. Okay, so this is one example for this one. And so infinite loop is bad practice. If you use this infinite loop, okay, we can't terminate also this one. So I'll create one infinite loop here. So we need to execute the browser. We need to close the browser if you use this infinite loop. Okay, so for our example, just for understanding, I'm creating here one infinite loop. Okay, so for one true, I'm taking the condition is true and console.log, and I may take here welcome to JS, welcome to JavaScript. So if you execute this one, it is the infinite loop here. So go on executing this statement here. Okay, see here, if you see in the top of the page, okay, so it is executing here. So in order to terminate this one, okay, so we have this break statement, label statement is there. So in that situation we can't work here. Okay, so I may take your comments, okay, and see, so even if you are putting comments, so it's gone running here. I'll do one thing, I'll close this one. Okay, so again I'll run this one on the browser, open in default browser. Okay, right click on go to this inspect. Okay, and go to this console part. Okay, so like, and in the for loop we use a label statement. Okay, and we also use like break statement to break the loop here. So I may use here, so using a for loop we'll use this break statement here. Okay, so for break and label statement we will explain in next session, and we'll see one more example for this do while loop. Okay, so do while loop is a one, like okay, so if condition is like condition is false, at least it will execute one time here. Okay, so for do while loop, I may print this one early here. Let j equal to 0. Okay, do. Okay, so here j, I'm taking here 1. Okay, so j plus 1. So I'm assigning here addition assignment operator. Now console.log, console.log. Okay, and I may print here j value. So I want to print this j value here. Now we need to make the conditions here. While, we'll take this while condition. So in the while, I may take here j less than or equal to 10, and let me take here console.log do while loop. Okay, now go to this browse once, just reload this page. So for do while loop, see, it will print the condition here. Okay, now let me take one more example. Like we are taking here the count, right? Okay, the same example. I'll make this comment here. So for do while loop, okay, let count equal to 0, or let count equal to 6. Okay, so I'm taking the while loop. Okay, so here I'm assigning this value count less than 6. So count is greater than 6. Okay, now the condition is false here. Okay, so I may print here console.log count value, and I may take here count plus plus. Okay, so even though it is a false condition, at least the do while loop. Okay, so do while loop it executes one time. Okay, so this is a while loop. If you write this one, it's not going to be happen because of this okay, because of the condition is false, then it will execute from the loop itself. The same conditions I may take here. Okay, so same other expression, I'll cut this expression here and I'll paste it here. Now I may take here do condition. Now let me run this one on the browser. See, it is taking infinite loop here. Let me do one thing. I take, okay, so I may take count value 0. Okay, and let me take console.log count. Okay, I may increment this count. So just reload. So this is taking infinite loop, right? Again, we need to run in default browser. Okay, so go to this, just reload, just go to this inspect and click on this console part. Okay, it will print this 0 1 2 3 4 5 itself. Now, so here the condition I'm taking here 0, and it will take here condition 6. Now I'm taking here 8. Okay, let me print this one on the browser. Okay, so at least it will print one time here, do while loop. Okay, that is a do while loop, even if condition is false. So here it will check for the conditions. Okay, so for condition is like 8. Okay, 8 greater than 6, it's a false condition, right? At least it will execute this one time for this count value, so we'll getting 8 value. If condition is true, okay, so it will take 9 here. Okay, now let me print this one. Okay, even though it will print one value because we are writing only one type. And let me check your 15. So we'll get the values here 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 like this. Okay, so like this while, okay, do while work in the JavaScript.